All right, we are recording. My name is Seth Mulder. I want to welcome you to this webcast. It's a pleasure to spend just a few minutes with you today. Prior to coming to this video, you should have already taken a couple of other steps. First, you should have been introduced to an amazing breakthrough technology in the scientific community and healthcare, as reported on ABC Primetime Live. That was a discovery about a new type of technology coming to the marketplace called nutrigenomics. Nutri meaning naturally occurring compounds, genomics referring to gene expression. How our human genes actually have pathways and create the results that we see in our bodies. On that ABC Primetime video, you would have seen and been introduced to a concept called oxidative stress. This is one of the biggest issues in all of healthcare. Oxidative stress is at the forefront of numerous conditions, as reported on ABC News. You noticed also a product, a discovery really, called Protandim, which was clinically proven to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in just 30 days. You should have also seen a follow-up scientific video that showed that after taking Protandim, scientists couldn't tell the difference between the blood of an 80-year-old and the blood of a 20-year-old. Now, I personally take Protandim. I take it every single day. We take it in our family. I've introduced it to family, to friends, to people I care about in this country and now starting throughout the world. And I can say, bar none, it is the most exciting, I don't want to call it a product, but for lack of a better word, I'll call it a product. It's a breakthrough. It's a changing of the times. But it's the most exciting thing I've ever seen, the most results-oriented product I've ever seen. And it really bridges the gap from supplementation, which we've seen for 60 years, into a brand new segment of science called activation, activating human gene pathways. So as much as I love Protandim, what I'm really excited about is the bigger picture as LifeVantage, the company, starts to introduce other genomic products like Protandim into the marketplace. Let me just read a research article published last year, 2015, February 25th, by researchers at Washington State University, talking about genomics, talking about NRF2, which is a protein in every single one of our cells that controls gene expression. It controls what our genes do. And after all the research that's been done in the scientific community, this is what these researchers say. We may be on the verge of a new literature on the health effects of NRF2. Again, NRF2 is a protein inside of you, which may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. I love Protandim. I love genomics. I love what we're doing in that field, and I hope that you'll take that step to experience the wonder of genomics. I love that product. Let me move on. In step 2, you should have been introduced to network marketing through an interview with a professional network marketer for a company called LifeVantage. Now, LifeVantage has its roots in biotech. That's how Protandim came to be. And it's a publicly traded company looking at some of the most exciting trends that we've ever seen in the healthcare industry. In fact, because of the initial growth of LifeVantage, as they've started to test the business aspect and the business system and roll that out with the product line, Protandim, and other nutrigenomic products, LifeVantage was recently recognized in Forbes magazine as one of the best performing companies, not only in the state of Utah, but literally in the entire United States. LifeVantage was recognized as the best performing, #1 performing company in Utah, and #5 in the entire United States. That's exciting stuff. Now, I want to move on in this video and talk a little about network marketing and a little about how the compensation and the income generating aspect works at LifeVantage. Now, why do I want to do this? #1, network marketing is a profession, okay? Many of us have been involved in network marketing or invited to look at network marketing over the years, and largely what I found is people grossly underestimate and frankly just misunderstand what network marketing is. Network marketing is not only an industry, but it's a profession. It's not a thing or a scheme or a deal or the lottery. It's an absolute profession. In fact, it's one of the highest grossing billion-dollar industries worldwide. It's bigger than the NFL, than the music industry, video gaming, and movie industry combined, organic products. Network marketing is here to stay. I love this quote by Eric Worre. The network marketing profession pays out approximately $200 million in commissions to distributors every single day of the year. Maybe it's time you took a closer look. I love that. $200 million a day in commissions to distributors every single day of the year. It doesn't rest. That's one of the reasons people are attracted to network marketing. Another reason people are attracted to network marketing is because it's made to fit, or maybe I should say it's fit to, or it's ordered to fit, meaning that you can order network marketing in your life like you want it. It can fit in the nooks and crannies of your life. You don't have to do it full time. But I would say this, if you want to make money at network marketing, you need to treat it like a profession. In other words, you need to get some appropriate education, training, and develop skills to be successful in network marketing. I want to introduce a concept called the 3 wheels. This is a key financial concept. It's one of the reasons I'm here after 14 years in the industry as a professional network marketer. And I think understanding how money works and how the economy works is critical in making intelligent financial decisions. So let me just introduce really briefly the 3 wheels concept. The commonality or the similarity between all 3 wheels is that there's a wheel, and the wheel has to turn in order to generate income, in order to generate money. The difference is how those wheels turn, what makes those wheels turn, and how long they can turn. And because of those differences, 3 different types of lifestyles can be created. So let's just talk about wheel number 1. Wheel number 1 is where you have a job or you're employed by somebody. You don't own the wheel, but you work inside the wheel. And whatever it is you do, whether you work for a landscaping company and you plant trees, or whether whether you're a medical professional and you work for a hospital or a clinic or an HMO, whether you work at the office, in whatever capacity you work at, whether it's the entry-level job or a supervisor manager job, or even an executive position. The key is you don't own the wheel. You're required to do your job every day, every week, every month, every year, and as long as you run in the wheel, you get paid a salary. What we've noticed about this is this, that if you stop running, what happens to the wheel? Of course, the wheel stops, so does your income. Wheel number 1 is, at best, a way to make a living. Some people say, I don't want to work for somebody else. I want to own my own business. And so they transition into wheel number 2. Now, the interesting fact is that small business owners, although they're looking for freedom, looking to create the American dream, if you think about small business owners, do most of them work less or more than they did as employees of somebody else? Well, typically they work more, right? Why? Well, they know it's up to them. Sometimes they have money on the line. They're in debt, or they've made a massive investment, maybe their life savings, in order to make this small business, whether that be a real estate business or an ice cream shop or a taco stand or a tech company or whatever it might be. Most small business owners end up sweating and running in that wheel more than they ever did. Let's transition to wheel number 3. You'll notice in the diagram that you are not in the wheel. And that's the critical concept here. What if you could create income without constantly having to run in the wheel? What if you could create an economic engine? And that engine would power the wheel. And because the engine runs the wheel, if you step away from the engine today, that engine's still working, isn't it? It's still turning the wheel. You could still get paid. If you stepped away from that engine after building it successfully for a month, it could still turn. Now you'll notice that the guy's still got in the diagram, he's got a little oil can. Now if you had an economic engine, would you continue to give it gas so it would run? Absolutely. Would you continue to maintain it and take good care of it? Of course you would. So network marketing is the wheel number 3. It's an economic engine. You're going to have to take the work to build the engine. And then you're going to maintain it. But the difference is, if you don't go in today at 9 a.m., or if you don't call that customer back today and make that delivery as a business owner, that engine can still power the wheel. Now, whether you're looking for part-time income, and that's a lot of what network marketing is, okay? It's part-time income because people are looking for supplementary income. Other people look for full-time income, and other people are looking for big-time income. But what I can tell you is this: it always starts small. You got to start somewhere, and that's usually at the beginning. And you start to get a business going, and it moves a little, and then it moves a little more, and then it grows a little more. And that's how network marketing works and how it ought to work. Now, what is that economic engine in network marketing? Well, it's simply two things: customers and distributors. If you had a mountain or an army of customers who loved something and they bought it every single month, they would buy it with or without you, right? That's part of the engine in network marketing. Distributors is that second component of the engine. What if you had 10 distributors, 10 people who are working for their own dreams? Again, in network marketing, you don't work for me, I don't work for anybody else, I'm working for myself. Now, I might be working in conjunction, in teamwork with other people, but I'm not doing this for anybody else, right? I'm doing it for me, for my family, for our dreams. And that's the power of network marketing. If you had 10 distributors, 10 entrepreneurs who were working for themselves, but in addition to benefiting themselves, they were then in turn benefiting you, that would be an economic engine. You wouldn't have to be there to make sure they showed up. You wouldn't have to be there to pay payroll taxes. You wouldn't have to be there to tell them what to do. Those are the two economic engine pieces of network marketing. So let's just explain really simply how network marketing might work in this situation. We've talked about oxidative stress, right? And if you remember from video number 1, who has oxidative stress? Everyone. And how serious is that condition of oxidative stress? If you forgot, go back to step 1 and watch that scientific video. Because if you understand the power and the potential health power or negative side effects, if you will, of oxidative stress in the body, you realize that every single person that you know, from birth to death, okay, from the hospital to the grave, has oxidative stress happening now, unrelenting. That's not going to change. So what if there was something that could address oxidative stress? Well, if everyone has oxidative stress, you can rest assured that some people that you know are probably looking for something or would be interested in something that could reduce oxidative stress. And we'll just show these 6 people that you're networked to. Now, you know a lot more than 6 people. But what if out of everybody that you knew, everybody, of course, who has oxidative stress, you found 6 people who wanted that product or wanted the product in the business? You would start to network. And then what would we do? We would immediately involve those people into the system. Now, what is the system? Well, simply put, part of the system is the 3 videos that you've watched today or in the last 3 days. A scientific piece, a business, an interview piece, and a business financial explanation. That's the system. How could you involve other people in the system? Reach out today and ask 10 people to take a look at that step 1 scientific video. Okay, so as you involve other people in the system and they experience the benefit of the product and the business, they start then in turn to network with other people. And they in turn start to network with other people. And this is literally how networking happens, how word of mouth happens. It's just in the network marketing profession, we create this, we organize that, we train toward that, and we make that happen. So I'm going to speak specifically about how compensation works. I want to paint a picture for you. I'm going to draw on the board here. Just imagine that you get paid some introductory income. In other words, every time you introduce Protandim to somebody and they purchase it for the first time, you're going to get paid. So let's say that this friend and this friend, these 3 people all bought Protandim. And the first time that they bought Protandim, actually I'm going to add to that. I'm going to draw all 6 of those people there. You were paid a small thank you, a referral fee, call it a commission, okay? A significant commission, maybe 40% of their first purchase, okay? And that would be paid immediately. Now, that's nice, but the power of network marketing happens when 2 things happen. Number 1, when these people start to reach out to other people. They start to share with their network what they have experienced, okay? That's the first part. And I love what J. Paul Getty said. He said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own, okay? Network marketing is not about you talking to the world and trying to sell the world. It's about you doing your part, finding a few customers, finding a few distributors, and then training them to do the same. It's taking one small little brick, laying it on the foundation, and then teaching other people to do the same thing. So as you start to network, you start to get that power of word of mouth. Now, when those people make their purchases, and I'm going to change colors here, let's say that all these people who are second generation to you, in other words, not your initial contacts, not your initial social network, but that next layer, when they start to purchase products long term, right, month after month, in network marketing, you get paid a royalty or a repeat income, a residual income on their continuing orders. And as those people in turn talk to people that they know who they are networked, you start to receive a residual income off of their orders, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, that's a powerful, powerful model. Again, having the efforts of 100 people, the small efforts of 100 people rather than the entire effort of just yourself. That's the concept behind network marketing and what we do here at LifeVantage. Let me go to the next slide. Now let's talk specifics. This is the LifeVantage earnings income statement. This shows what distributors averaged on a monthly basis at every level throughout the company. Over on the left here, you can see the 10 or 11 leadership ranks in the company, from distributor to Pro 1, 2, 3, all the way to Master Pro 10. And over here on the right, you can see their average income. Now I want you to look at those and pick the number that's significant to you. Now, of course, everybody loves big money, but I want to talk about what's significant. What significant means is what would be meaningful to you? What would be a meaningful addition on a monthly basis? You know, maybe you're nearing retirement and you're looking for an extra $248 to $500 a month. Maybe you're a young entrepreneur, you're in your teens or your 20s, and you're saying, you know, an extra $500 a month means that I don't have to work a part-time job or a full-time job while I'm going to college, right? Maybe you're a second income or earner. Maybe you have a part-time job, or maybe you're leaving the home to go do an extra part-time work, and that's $1,000 a month. I want you to pick that number that's significant, and then realize that at LifeVantage we have a system that can show you how to earn that income. I want to move on. And I'm actually gonna simplify what I was gonna talk about today, and I'm gonna skip some of the specific bonuses. I'm gonna go to this timing. All right, let me ask you this: do you think that the healthcare industry is going to get smaller or big over the next 20 years? It's going to get bigger, right? Do you think that natural healthcare is going to get smaller or bigger over the next 10 to 20 years? Bigger. Do you think that preventative healthcare is going to get smaller or bigger over the next 20 years? Well, I think maybe we could draw this curve that we see in front of us for the healthcare industry and preventative healthcare. We're early in the healthcare industry, but it's probably going to go through massive, massive growth. Now, another question: do you think that technologies are going to make a small impact? New healthcare technologies having to do with genes, okay, and how human genes work, are going to have a small impact or a great impact over the next 10 to 20 years? Okay, I believe they're going to have a great impact. Because of all of these, I see massive, massive growth in really solid markets, places I feel like, wait, if I could get involved in one of these markets, healthcare, natural healthcare, genomic work, and I could get involved, say, there, then I've got the opportunity to benefit as the market grows and literally explodes. That's one of the reasons I'm here at LifeVantage, is because of their specific healthcare technologies and genomic products, including Protandim. I've never seen that anywhere in the industry. So what's next? Get back with the individual or the professional who invited you to this webcast. Tell them what you liked about the science. Tell them what you liked about the interview. Tell them what you liked about the compensation structure. And I'm going to specifically give you a specific piece of homework. Look on the income earnings claim statement and pick a number. Pick a number. And if that's $500 a month, I want you to go to the left column and say, okay, that's Pro 3. All right. If it's $2,000 a month, you can see that that's Pro 5. I want you to pick a number, and then when you get back to the professional, I want you to tell them what your number is so that they can show you how to create a plan to actually earn that income. Thank you for being a part of this webcast. Thank you for being a part of this system. Thank you for taking time to view this information, and I look forward to meeting you very soon in person. Please get back to the professional who invited you to this call. Thanks, and make it a great day.